Gameranx presents the top 10 traitors in video games. Yeah, we're talking about the jerks today. Warning, some mild spoilers ahead, although we hope that you would know some of this stuff already. Number 10, Lucy Stillman from Assassin's Creed. Lucy Stillman, voiced by Kristen Bell, was Desmond's basically main ally. She introduced him to the world of Assassins and Templars, and ultimately busted him out of Abstergo and started this whole Assassin's Creed thing. But after her death at the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it's revealed that she was actually working for the Templars. Yep, she was a double agent and totally betrayed the main cast of characters, and it was really disappointing because she was almost a love interest. Number 9, Captain Quark, Ratchet & Clank. In the original Ratchet & Clank, Captain Quark starts out really cool. He's this hero that Ratchet basically aspires to be. He's this cool hero of the galaxy, a Buzz Lightyear type guy, and it turns out that he's actually more of a corporate sellout and kind of a jerk who sells you out to the bad guy. It's really unfortunate. For the original Ratchet & Clank, Captain Quark served as a perfect snake in the grass and total disappointment of a character. Thankfully, though, in the later Ratchet & Clank games, he did team up with Ratchet & Clank to save the galaxy. Number 8, Erik Sparrow from Tony Hawk Underground. Now, Tony Hawk Underground was a totally underrated game in terms of story. Underground was a game where you created a character and you progressed through a skateboarding career, and you were also given a rival similar to Gary and Pokemon. Erik Sparrow was a total dick to you every step of the way in this game, and he eventually gets his when you punch him in his damn face at the end of the game. Honestly, for just a little Tony Hawk game, it ended up being one of the most satisfying scenes in video games I can remember for quite a while. Number 7, Lance Vance from Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now, Lance Vance starts out as kind of a snake in the grass, Lando Calrissian type of guy who helps our main character, Tommy Vercetti, but ultimately, he turns out to be a dick, like everybody in Grand Theft Auto. And also, like everybody in Grand Theft Auto, eventually he got what he deserved. Also, a notable mention for Grand Theft Auto traitors are definitely Big Smoke and Ryder from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Those guys were total assholes as well. Number 6, Frank Fontaine from BioShock. Now, the coolest thing about Frank Fontaine's character is that you experience him through the entire game as Atlas. Atlas is the guy in your ear, helping you along, helping you save the day. And eventually, it's ultimately revealed that it was Frank Fontaine disguising his voice, ultimately tricking you and leading you to the end of the game and your demise. Of course, he is thwarted, because in every video game, the villain has to turn into a big monster that you can defeat. Number 5, Creo from Knights of the Old Republic 2. Like a lot of these video game traitors, Creo starts out in the beginning of the game, getting you back into the world, introducing you, awakening you to the game itself. And she was a fascinating Star Wars character, a really cool, very cryptic character whose ultimately dark secret turns out that she is a bitch. I enjoyed her character so much and used her in my main party lineup, and when she turns on you, it was pretty damn heartbreaking. Number 4, Julius from Saints Row. Julius is another perfect example of a mentor character, a really cool character that you get to know throughout the game, who ultimately turns out to be a jerk. His story shows that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much purple you wear, it's whether or not you're a saint in your heart. Number 3, Edgar Ross from Red Dead Redemption. Now, Edgar Ross is the main antagonist in which you form a fragile alliance to get your family back as he holds them hostage while you have to go back and take out the remaining gang members that you used to roll with. Throughout the game, he strings you along and makes you keep working for him, eventually with the hopeful promise that you'll be reunited with your family. And at the end of the day, when John Marston finally completes his duties for Edgar Ross and returns to his family out on the ranch, Edgar Ross goes and kills him. He had to wipe out the last member of the gang because it was his job, and that's a pretty dick move. Way to not be a man of your word. Number 2, Wheatley from Portal 2. Wheatley, voiced by Stephen Merchant, is a fun, bumbling character who helps you out throughout the game. He also awakens Shell in the beginning of the game. He's light, he's goofy, he's happy, he's fun, helpful, comedic relief until he ultimately goes rogue and tries to kill you. Wheatley's character arc in Portal 2 was awesome because it goes to show that there are more things present to worry about than just GLaDOS. Number 1, Albert Wesker from the Resident Evil series. For those who never played the original Resident Evil games, Albert Wesker starts out as a member of the STARS team. He seems like a really cool guy, he always wears sunglasses all the time, until eventually it turns out that he's working for Umbrella and he leaves you to die in the original Umbrella mansion. Following the ultimate betrayal, Wesker becomes the ultimate supervillain Matrix guy who wears a trench coat and has superpowers and basically thwarts any plan that Leon Kennedy or Chris Redfield ever have to deal with. The fact that he was not only a traitor, but also an incredibly imposing and badass traitor means he is the number 1 video game traitor of all time. A regular Benedict Arnold with genetically modified superpowers. So that was our list of the top 10 biggest video game traitors of all time. Guys, it's really important. Let us know in the comments who your biggest video game traitors are. Who really despised you in video games? Who really betrayed you, left you for dead? Let us know, because there are a lot of villains and a lot of friendly characters that turned out to be major traitors. So let us know anything you want about this in the comments below, and be sure to give this video a like, because it definitely helps us out. And have you subscribed? I think you have, but if you didn't, definitely do it, because we got more fun lists like this and other video game videos coming out soon.